All right, praise Yahusha. Let me see. Hoping we're not vertical anymore. Let's see. All right, finally. Cool. Yeah, praise Yah. It's been a minute. I'm really tired today. But I seen that this thing unexpectedly dropped. Low fly dirt. I guess this thing has been around in other applications, like on iPad. I think I've heard of it. I was interested in years ago, but here it is. And I just downloaded the trial. Right now I don't have it on, but I'm just gonna play come up with a guitar part and then explore through the lo-fi dirt and kind of see what it's all about, because I really don't know. So don't expect me to tell you. I'm just gonna go find out. Obviously, it's a lo-fi kind of thing, right? And this is I just got. Oh, first, before we get right to it, hey, real quick, if I can grab your attention before we get into the content and have you head into the description where there'll be a link to my sample pack store. This is a great way you can support the channel, get something in return. If you ever found any kind of value from what I do over here and you're an MPC user or an SP44 Mark II user, I specialize in packs for that. I also got some free stuff over there, so please do head over and feel free to download those. All right. Yeah, so there you go. What is up, Melly Star? I'm just gonna pull this up right here at NPCs. You can see, I guess, the plugin that I'm playing. I'm just using Fabric, and I've got steel string pick under the acoustic guitars category. One thing I want to start doing, I was playing around with this idea, is I would like to be able to come up with these, and I know this is normal musician abilities, but you know, I throw stuff together, try to use my ear. But like you can, I could arm this track, right, and then have like say this audio track armed. I think if I go into the, hold on, the track edit view, I never use track edit. Hold on. That's not what I was looking for. Not track edit, but track view. Okay. So like I could record two parts at a time. I'll record my voice while I play something. If I just hit turn on Fabric, and then also hook. It's on right now. It's on auto. Let me see. I think if I hold Shift, and I got two tracks armed simultaneously, right? Yeah. Okay. So check. So now I could, I don't know. Let me hit record on that. record? Yes, it didn't. I've done this one at a time. Track view. There, I gotta switch this in. Switch it to in because I gotta get off the track. So maybe that'll do. So let me try that one more time. Oh. It's not the point of the stream, right? It doesn't matter. I'm just playing around. Let me just see if it works. Alright, it's not gonna work. Let me stop anyway. It sounds like garbage. Just try to play a part and then mess around low fly. And then I'll come up with, maybe I'll come up with a hook or something. Shalom, Don. What's good, brother? Rospo just got a deal on an Akai Forest. Can't wait to get it and start messing with it. That's cool. When am I dropping new music? Shoot, yeah, I've been sitting on it. I need to get back into that consistency when I first started dropping music. I appreciate the question for sure. That'll definitely hype me up and get me motivated. Just you asking the question. Because I know it's always in my mind, and I feel like I'm not actually being productive, even if I'm being consistent and streaming. Yeah, ultimately, I've got a couple songs that are like full verses, just not recorded. I've tried to record them, and they just have not sounded good to me. And that's usually how it goes when it comes to the recording process. Like, I feel good about it in the writing process, and I try to come in and record. Maybe that's why I should invest more on my vocal chain, more so than trying to invest on these other outboard gears and other samplers, sound modules and stuff. So I've been considering, just have the best sound and make me feel a little more confident getting things finished. That's not the only thing, though. I mean, definitely got to improve my performance and just repetition and practice. But hopefully soon, man. I got to make a goal. So I appreciate the question for sure. Here comes baby. I'm gonna try to record this, baby. Why you distracted me? Get my foot pedal closer to me. Okay, what are you doing? Why don't you go eat some of that bagel? Bella, can you stop? Just a little bit of a distraction. All right, I need as much focus as I can get just to be able to get this. My skills aren't like, yeah, okay. All right? Okay, you just stand there, all right? Just don't touch anything. No, no, yeah. Well, baby Raul. good, Dawn. Do I ever think about building a team? Probably try that again. I don't know. I am pretty solo dolo, man. I feel like where I'm at, I don't get out much. I don't either. But keep up the good work, man. Let us see where I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, this is probably about as much interaction as I get, other than like at work. I don't get out, man. It's either working, getting paid, or working on my goals. I guess my YouTube channel, or just really kind of hanging out. I wouldn't say I've been like really constructively thinking about it in a organized way to like build, so yeah, that's my dancer. She's a good dancer, definitely, like just naturally has dancing abilities. It's funny, she's like nearly 4 now, but like when she was I don't know, like 1, she was in the kitchen over there, and my wife and I laugh about it because it's a memory that sticks out. She was like doing a little dance in the kitchen, and she just like dropped down into like a split like this, I don't know what kind of split you call that, and then just like came back up, and we were like, what? That's just ridiculous. A 1-year-old is doing a oh, and she just did a split down there. You doing splits? She listened to my story and doing a split. That's good. Be careful though. Be careful. I don't know. I think we get less flexible as we get older, unless you keep it up. I haven't seen you try to do that. Goofball. Yeah. Okay, let me just do that. I gotta get that timing right. Yeah, so it's been a while, so I took like a whole week off from streaming, doing anything. My goal for last week was to come up with like a tutorial video, though. I wanted to kind of find some balance. I have got a couple ideas that I just haven't recorded them either yet. Baby, I need to focus on this. It's terrible. Mom, it's great. Great. Praise ya. Okay, excuse me. I hate to blame her for my mess ups. Having trouble focusing on the right rhythm and tempo. All right. This is not too bad. Yeah, there's no low-fly dirt here yet. Let me just pull it up because that was the plan. It's just to play a part and then pull it up. Okay, so I downloaded the trial. Put it on the strip here. Okay, so let's just go to the initial. They'll bring it here. All right, so you see you got low-fly dirt up. Got it bypassed. What are you trying to do?
I want to watch Andalusia.
Okay.
Daddy, when I put my neck down, I watch Andalusia. I put my neck down and it's hot.
It hurts?
Yeah.
Maybe you spend less time watching Indian Elsa.
Ding, ding, ding. Daddy.
Yeah.
It's a small and a big one.
What, the screen?
Yeah, the screen is making me back here.
Here you go. Why don't you go take it to the room and lay down?
Okay.
All right, sounds good. Okay, here we are. Okay, so I'll run through the presets real quick and hear what they sound like. This one's called 1200 Miles. Let's see if I can get a clearer picture at all for you. Like that. Okay, 1200 Miles. 8-bit flavor. Cold piece. This one's kind of subtle. I think it has some compression on it. Definitely got louder there. This might be like a compressor knob. No, it's more like a resonance thing, huh? Okay. Najee Harrison was good. What do you guys think of this kind of sound? Like, we already have like a lo-fi plugin. I know the SP's got a lo-fi plugin like that. Like, you got like that. I'm not sure if I'm the biggest fan of like the bit crushing kind of thing that's going on, you know? Like all that extra. What do you guys think about it? This just sounds like very filtered at the high end. And this one's called At the Bottom, so that makes sense, right? This one's called Aubrey Filter. Baby Bump. We're expecting our next baby bump soon. What's it doing? I don't know. I just hear maybe a little more brightness on that one. Beautiful dirt. Boost Master. Breakbeat Goods. Busted 12s. Is there different categories or is it just one? Butter Roll. Captain of the Crunch. Wow. It's playing right now. That's all you can hear. It's literally playing. Look. It's better than Flavor Pro, but I prefer the real thing. You think this is better than Flavor Pro? I mean, it has less control. I feel like I see some things, and I'll go ahead and like explore them in a second. But I don't know. I mean, it's a different thing. Like this doesn't seem to have like the wow and flutter vinyl sound kind of thing. This is more of a low-fi kind of like bit rate type of thing, I guess, right? Cassette. This is cassette deck. Let's hear. Yeah, I can hear that. It's good. Kind of got a cassette deck vibe. Chop to top, so this is probably gonna have the highs removed. Not much difference there from the cassette deck one. I guess that's a preference thing, because for me, like, I don't see how this is. I don't even know how much this is going for. I'm curious. Krispy Kreme. This one's just called Dirty. That's little to nothing happening there, though, on this preset. I really hear nothing. No change. I hear no difference on that. That's weird. Just nothing. That's definitely, that preset's called Dirty. It doesn't dirty it up. Drum bite. Dust mite. The real effect involved degrading on the initial sound, but we layering the high quality sample with stuff. It's just not the same. Okay. Yeah, so there is like a in and out control here. I guess that's not really a blend, is it? Electronic warmth. Extra beefcake. I don't know. I mean, based off these presets, I'll never go based off of presets, you know, like even sometimes I'll use some of the lo-fi, or not the lo-fi, but the Air Flavor Pro presets. And that's usually how I get started, you know, grab a preset and then like tweak it a bit. But based off these presets, it's not really the sound that I would prefer. So I like Air, just based off of using Air Flavor Pro versus this, but I've also spent more time with Air Flavor Pro. I like Air Flavor Pro. Filter vibes, fly low. SimCity, Big World Media, what's up? See that on Dayson's channel? Did he do a vid on this? Question is, how much is this going for? Look it up. Let's go. MKII Pro. Gristle. Yeah, I guess it gives me the Gristle vibe there. Oof, just broke. I mean, this is a sound that people go for. It's just not really the sound that I like. It's too much. Like that's just too much for me. Maybe subtly some of that, you know, digital bit rate, artifacts, whatever you want to call it. Kick blanket. I mean, certain these things, some of these presets are probably intended. Like this one's called kick blanket to put a kick drum through or something. But yeah. Did they even like promote this very hard? I mean, I seen a couple people I think put a video up. Who was it? I think I seen MKII dropped a video, and then the Midlife Synthesis had dropped a video. I didn't really watch them. Like, I saw the title on it, and I was like, "What?" I thought he was just playing like with one of the expansions, and expansions don't usually pique my interest. So I just ignored it, and then I don't know what. I think I saw a post on NPC forums that it was about the plugin coming to NPC, but like I don't even see it on the front page here anywhere. Maybe I gotta just click on plugins. Anybody download this yet or look into it? Anybody jump right on it as a must? Trying to the plugins. So I'll sign into my account. That's what it's telling me to do. Information incomplete. Producer bundle. I got the producer bundle for some reason. I was trying to put that code into my. Maybe it's because I was putting it to my NPC live. It's got to go into a live too. Okay. One thing I didn't get. I was on that Native Instruments site. I was trying to see if there was some more like plugins that have become available, and I noticed they have like you can buy expansions from Native Instruments that have been made for the NPC now, and the plugins, right? And one thing I noticed is like the expansions are more money than the plugins, and I guess I've never really bought expansions too much, but like the expansions don't pique my interest as much as getting a plugin that I can have built into the NPC versus a bunch of samples. So I'm like, why are they more? Maybe they come with more, but they just expansions don't pique my interest as much, you know, as a plugin does. Because with a plugin, you get the interface. I guess it just feels like a cool thing. Maybe it's superficial. Okay, what am I doing here? I'm trying to look for. I guess I'm gonna go to the MKII Instagram. I'm sure they put a post up about it. Must have. Not even a post? Oh, here it is. When did this get released? Was it today or no? 4 hours ago, okay. How much is it? Let me just type it. Low Fly Dirt NPC plugin. Low Fly Dirt NPC plugin. Okay, the NPC store. Here we go. How much y'all think this is if you haven't looked at it yet? What are your guesses? Let's hear some guesses. What's your guess on how much it costs and what would you be willing to pay for it? That's what. Before I look at it, I want to see what y'all have to say. Cause yeah, someone said it's on iPad. BJamming, it's been out for years, so it's really just been ported out. $20. Is that how much it is, or is that a guess? I could probably get that sound from a few. Yeah, because I mean, Air Flavor Pro has some of the digital bit reduction type stuff in it, and I've heard sounds like that. Like some of it is like, or even like the SP1200, the one that's just a, you know, you just drop that plug in and it has no controls. It's just like supposed to emulate the sound of. Gives you a lot of that digital artifact, lo-fi dirt kind of sound. Yeah, what's good though, be jamming? How's that push 3? Still loving it? Is it free today? No, but you can download it. I don't know what the price is. I've downloaded it. That's what's great about this whole ecosystem is that you get a plugin for 10 days for free. I think that's plenty of time to decide whether it's something that'd be useful to you. I think that's pretty amazing. I've been making beats all day. That's what's up. Good. I've been using low-fly dirt so long that it's funny to me it's dropping on NPC. Anthony B, it's $20. I bought it, but not using it till later tonight. You bought it? Did you already have it on iOS or somewhere else? Yeah, for me, it's like, why go ahead and jump? I mean, I'm not trying to like knock your decision making, but for me personally, being that you can download any of these plugins for 10 days, I'm not going to purchase anything immediately. I'm going to test it out first. Although I think I jumped on Homage pretty much right away, and I ended up liking Sway better, and I still haven't bought Sway. So, no ego, what's good? You're not missing much with low-fly dirt. Yeah, I don't think it's one that I would so far. I mean, I gotta explore the controls a little bit, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of control. One thing that I did notice is kind of crazy to me is how small the interface is. I mean, it's fine, but like these little the in and out faders, those are tiny. Like it could have been, I don't know if that was like a programming thing that was difficult. I mean, it looks good. I like the little, that's what I like about these plugins, man. They just look nice. You know, it's cool. The little flower print on the back looks elegant. But yeah, those things are tiny. Like I had to go like literally had to get this close to see what those controls really were. LPN 369, salute, what's good? There's nothing out there that's new and exciting in terms of creating new effects. It's like it's almost hit a block where it can only go so far. Maybe AI can help. Yeah. Man, AI is great, actually. I mean, I haven't been using AI. I've been using AI a little bit with the creative stuff. I know you guys have probably seen my fake NPCs that I've been posting up. That really got me started. I was using ChatGPT, but more for information stuff beforehand. And man, it's great. Like, I mean, I think it's great as far as like studying stuff. But yeah, I've been having fun. I've been making some thumbnails I'll probably test out and use on some videos. But yeah, as far as plugins, I don't know, man. I have no anything about programming applications or plugins or anything. But let's see where we're at. It's basically emulating NPC 60. Yeah, I see those. I was wondering what those were, and it looks like that's what it's doing. Already have it on iOS and don't use it. No Ego's guess was $50. I wouldn't pay money. I paid maybe $10 on it. Don't tell me it's cheaper on iOS. Yeah, I'm not likely. We'll see. I'll mess with it a little bit. Yeah, MSX sound design. Yeah, I've heard of them. I bought a couple of their packs. I don't really use them. I like they're clean. It's interesting sound, but it's not really my sound. I mean, at least the ones that I bought. I think I bought Low-Fly. Let me see. I got them in here. I think I have at least one of the kits in here on my SP. I finally installed version 5.0 on my SP. For what reason? Just to get updated, I guess. I don't know. I'm not going to use Serato. It is kind of interesting that they put, like, if you've got 5.0 on your SP, when you turn it on, it says Serato, it says Koala, and then it says Melodics. So it's almost like ad space now that they've sold the startup screen too. I'm not hating. Hopefully it's more money for them to develop the SP a little bit more. I do feel like I mean, yeah, there's a balance. Like, I hate to be the guy that's just like ungrateful, but it could be they could do things a little differently, and they've overlooked a couple things. I wanna do a live stream, probably because I'm probably too lazy to do a video about it, where I break. I have this out, and then I also have the Lo-Fi 12XT, because I really feel like the SP would be so much better if they borrowed some of the functionality and the way it works with chopping and like their chromatic mode, and they put that in here, it would be a lot better. Anyways, yeah, MSX low-fly drums, I got those in here. I bought these just out of interest to see what they sound like, because I've always heard about MSX around there, but I've never really used these. I think they're kind of interesting and unique, but I definitely have a sound that I usually go for. Yeah, and I guess that's all that was. And then low-fly drums is what it's called. 9, so I got version 9. And then analog trap drums is one I bought. I mean, none of these really sound like stuff that's going through these presets they have here. It's more of a branding thing, I think. Yeah, these sounds. Well, these are analog trap, right? So let me go back to the lo-fi. Lo-fi. But even these, like, this is called lo-fi drums. This is called lo-fi dirt. I guess it's dirt. But these lo-fi drums are definitely clean sounding versus the dirt that you get from that plugin. Yeah, so little gristle. Let's see. Love to push 3. That's what's up. My new rule is if it can be done with hardware, I prefer the hardware. Like, rather than emulation. So, do you have like the Roland with the P6? Can you do that sound with the P6? Or you probably have, I think you have like the old SP1200 or like the new version of that, right? If I'm not wrong, if I'm not mistaken. Hardware just makes it more fun. It's funny to see the rising cost of the Sonicware gear. $900 for what? For Sonicware gear? I had seen like a post about it, but it was like maybe 600 after the what do you call it? Whatever you call it, you know what I'm talking about. But what's $900? What piece of Sonicware gear is $900 right now? That's crazy. The stand you have on your iPad, is it clamped to the desk? No, I have it on a actual like a. Let me see. Let me show you. It's actually just, what do you call it? A tripod mic stand or a camera stand? It's a camera stand. All right, and I had that laying around, and I bought this off of Amazon, so it's just a clamp. Goes into a camera stand type thing. Tripod, whatever you call that. Alfie, what's good? No more love for the circuit rhythm. Damn. Circuit rhythm is actually dope, but you know, and I love all these pieces of gear. I really do. They're all fun. The circuit rhythm is, man, it's got a lot of limitations, but that has to be like by far one of the like smoothest workflows that you can actually get. Um, but I'm just always kind of back and forth and stuff, and like, it's like, why am I using this piece of gear when I could just use the one that's most complete? Like, I'm really slowing myself down. Although it's fun, I'm slowing myself down from actually being productive. Maybe, I don't know. So I try things and exchange things and just have a change of heart, mind. But yeah, circuit rhythm is cool. I just One thing would have had me keeping it is if they made those tracks polyphonic. I probably would have kept it if it was polyphonic. That was the one thing. If they made a circuit rhythm with like a screen though too, that'd be pretty amazing. Just for editing stuff, maybe naming stuff. That's one thing I don't like about, like, I like to have a sampler that has enough functionality for me to like save and organize my things, my sounds. Oh yeah, and a stereo input too, man. I forgot about that. Isn't it like you could hear it's got stereo plugs, which is ridiculous, right? Stereo input plugs, but then when it records, it's mono. And that's kind of that's what the Lo-Fi 12XT is too. I've been waiting for years for some developer to create a drum software from your beatbox from the mouth. I'm serious when you hum a bass line. Wait, that exists already. There's something like that. Um, I forget what it was called, but it's like this thing where it comes with a special mic, and I think you have to train it a little bit. Like you go through a process of like where it'll show like a certain type of sound on the screen, and then you make it with your mouse, so you're like program it to recognize your voice. But yeah, I think that definitely does something like that. At least if what you're explaining is what I'm thinking about, it's where you can pretty much make beats just with your mouth, and it will translate it to any instrument. Yeah, I remember that because I was thinking about getting that for my girl because she doesn't make beats, but she can sing. And I was like, that'd be a cool thing for her to like write her own songs with ease. Straight ads. Oh, B jamming. You are always back and forth with the 404. You still have it though, right? Are you on like the verge? Because I seen it in like one of your videos. Are you on the verge of selling it again? If you can hold on to it, man. It's like I feel like in all that partnership. I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just wishful thinking. It's like, what does Roland need? Roland's a big company, but I do hope that they come up with another. But I doubt it'll satisfy me completely. But I mean, they hit us with 4.0, which gave me really like, I don't know, people just aren't satisfied because I was like requesting the only thing I wanted to see was the ability to name samples, and we got that now. So, and still, I feel like the chopping could be better. Just check the Sonicware site. It's odd that Roland has their own DJ setup on the SP, but partnered with Serato on another DJ setup. Alfie, I've heard that 5.0 brings sudden freezes, not updating until 5.1. I think I updated yesterday. I haven't seen any freezes yet. But before that, I was on 4.04. I didn't have any other upgrades on it. I think it was at like 4.07 before it hit 5. I would still have like crashes like on resampling with 4.04. Have not seen anything yet. This $399 item will incur over $578 in additional import charges. Oh, that's crazy. Damn. Altogether, like a grand. I wish Ovation didn't give up on the circuit rhythm. Did they? Is it? It hasn't been discontinued, has it? Torso S4. Isn't that? Is that a sampler? Or is that like a sequencer? Other than the Push 3, SA curbed my appetite for gear. Question for the chat. Would you rather have weak drums with dope samples or dope drums with weak samples if you're making a beat? Damn, that's a crazy dilemma. I don't know. I'm probably have to go with the dope samples. That's crazy. So then you just got drum. I don't know, cause you can make a cool beat and rap over it without any drums. Yeah, that's a funny question, man. You saying obscure sound was good? I should try the KO2. Yeah, I mean it looks like fun. I heard that update was pretty special recently, but I used to think that I didn't care about a touchscreen, or not a touchscreen, but an actual like waveform display. But I do, and I think that's another piece where you can't even like name your samples. Another thing that I didn't like about like the Move was that you couldn't, like, I don't know, man. Just the organization seemed sloppy to me. Circuit rhythm with screen is Ableton Move. I don't know. It's a bit different. Let me think about it. I don't know. The Move was missing too much. Maybe it's been improved since, because I have heard that they've done little updates here and there, like more frequently rather than doing big ones. But it had a lot of things that I just was missing, like basic stuff for me. May have to research that. It sounds cool. I'm always beatboxing drum beats and bass lines. Yeah, look into it. If I think of it, then I'll let you know. Bash Ali, what's good? But yeah, generally the drums got to be hot in these styles of music. Yeah, but what are you gonna do with just drums? I guess I just like, I gotta have melody too, chords and melody. So Roland needs to figure out a way to make tracks on a 4/4. The pattern modes are dated. I don't understand why they can't just make each pad a track and you would have 16 tracks per bank. Yeah, that I had initially made that request, but then I got used to the pattern sequencer. I kind of like it because now, actually, with the MPC, when I make my drums, they all go on one track anyways because I'm finger drumming them, you know. So I don't really care, but I think it would be cool to have some sort of more control of the grid a little bit, so you can see visually and have more ability to like edit stuff, and even like the undo. Like you get 16 when they first released this, you could undo up to 8 steps or whatever, and then they doubled it. I feel like they could even double it again at least. But they definitely have some space to improve the pattern sequence, or at least give us a visual, better editing abilities. Yeah, and then another thing that isn't utilized is like the control knobs in the pattern sequencer. Like, you know, it'd be cool if you can fast forward, rewind, turn, you know, move the playhead. Those are things that I've thought about in the past. Yeah, they definitely could, man. Bring it out to the front. Like that is the one thing. Like that's why I like the Lo-Fi 12 XT. I don't like the layout of the pads, but the sequencing on that is a lot better than on the SP. They just bring it to the front, like, you know what I mean? So it's not like a diving in and out kind of thing. Yeah, I hope that doesn't like break Sonicware. I hope they like can hang in there or something, because I know they're a smaller company And while they make dope stuff like the Lo-Fi 12 XT. I don't know about their other stuff other than like the sample track and the Lo-Fi 12 XT, but when you combine NPC Live 2 for $1,000, and it's kind of an easy decision. And that's not to knock Sonicware. I think they do some things a lot better than some of these other companies. Like even the pad, I would say it's crazy, right? Because NPC is known for their iconic pads. The pads are even better on those, although they're tiny. Their response is really super nice, and yeah, some of it is just cooler. But for $1,000, yeah, it's crazy. Cresthead was good. Nah, man, don't say that. I'd rather have dope samples too, for sure. I'll be jamming in. He's on the know with Koala. New features, huh? Stay tuned. Thanks for the teaser. Yeah, I like Koala. I just don't, I don't know if I'll ever get into it like that. Koala too, I think, could benefit from the chopping style that's in the inside of the Lo-Fi 12 XT. Like not having, I mean, it's a cheap app. Like there's always that. Quit bitching about what a $8 app is. It has a lot of features, but I think like a hardware sampler today in 2025 should definitely have non-destruct chopping. Having having to chop a sample into new samples and then it like taking up 16 pads, like a whole bank just to get 16 chops, when you have these other styles of chopping where it's non-destructive. You have one pad with that has, just like the NPC has, what do you call it, sample points, start and end points, and it just references those. I literally like the Lo-Fi 12 XT. Koala could do this too. The SP could do this. You just turn on chromatic mode. Instead of it pitching the samples, it references start endpoints, the zones for each one of those, and spreads it across all the pads. And then you have a lot more axia. Like you're not taking up a whole bank just for 16 samples. Chris said you're a KO shill. Yeah, I don't know. I really wanted to grab one right when it was announced. I was like, oh wow, this is cool. Um and then I heard the Fadergate thing. I was like, oh, it kind of turned me off. Ovation basically admitted in a comment on their last YouTube video that they won't be working on any updates on the rhythm anytime soon, and they have so much stuff they could do. That's too bad. They should come up with something like if they just they could make that circuit better and even ask for more money, I think, right? Like put a screen on it and give it some more of the features that some of these more powerful machines can do. Ask $600-700 for it. They have something there they could really build off of. Yeah, Sonicware. Yeah, they had announced that the tariffs are gonna, create a huge increase in price. I'm trying to, if you wanted to purchase these, and they're encouraging people to purchase now before that all kicks in or something. Really liking the Behringer LM drum. The reason I asked the question is because if you listen to a lot of early 80s hip hop, the drums were whack. Those Roland R8 drums and Casio drums were terrible. But that's all they had. Like people weren't really sampling then, you know? I don't think that idea had happened quite yet. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't it Marley Marl that, kind of stumbled across that? Forget what piece he was using. I remember seeing a video where he was telling that story. Just use Koala with the 404. It's a controller, easier sequencing. FX works both ways too. Guess tariffs is a good reason to stop buying gear since most of the sampler brands are from Europe and Japan. Need to bring back the subsonic effect on the 4/4. It's the only reason I keep my 4/4A because of the subsonic. Didn't they kind of like, you know, they added the sound engine generator for that purpose? Obscure sound on the EP 133. You can rename samples using the sample edit web tool. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm just not really into that too much. So you plug in through USB, but you have to be on a computer connected to the internet. Anthony B. Yeah, they need to bring that subsonic back. The 4/4 really isn't a Mark II without subsonic. Mono sampling, etc. that were in the previous 4/4s. It's baffling they took it off. Okay. That's not something I mean, I had a 4/4A for a little while. But it's not something that I ever played with. KO2 can import low kilohertz samples to now also the sample tool allows loading of individual projects now to what isn't subsonic. Yeah, what was the basic premises? Wasn't people just using that like it would just make a tone and you would sample it to make bass lines? Or what how did y'all use that? I'm tripping. I mean, I don't know at all. Loop glue. Let's see. Low life. Okay, I went through. There's warm milk. That's the last one. Some of these have next to no change. All right, let me just go to the initial one and mess around with some of this. Some of these controls. All right, so this is filter. Is it an amount? So the first one is MSX 2. It just sounds clean. The second one is the MPC, I guess 60. I'm assuming. Okay, 4/4. What does the F stand for? Because there's a 4/4F and a 4/4V. Filter, I guess. 4/4 filter. And 4/4 vinyl. Okay. I don't have any control of the vinyl hiss. Well, sort of. I guess it gets louder. Then we got 1200, assuming SP 1200. Got an 8-bit. And then we got, what, SK5? What is that, like the Casio little sampler, the little keyboard? Is that what that's supposed to be? And that one is super dirty. I don't know, what is the 5 in SK5 stand for? Is it 5-bit? Seems pretty crunchy. Well, there's no way of like selecting more than one of these at a time, so it's just either or. I think I like the Kind of like the 404 vinyl. It's not really all it is like a preset, one control, in and out. So this is the sound of it, of just the 404, with no signal, external signal coming in. So I can turn it down. It kind of seems like it's independent of that though, because I don't know, there's no like, it's not really wet and dry, is it? Or maybe it is. Well, that's what it is, I guess. $20 is what people were saying. I never looked at it. Let me look at it now. Lo-fi dirt, vintage sounds for the modern musician. I may read through it and see what it's actually doing. Okay, saturation. From lo-fi saturation and filtering to 8-bit gaming, console mingling, and vinyl noise effects, lo-fi dirt brings out the sought-after textures and inherent tones of your audio sources. One twist to the classic character knob warms, lifts, and adds the classic lo-fi element to your sound design and production process, paying homage to vintage synths and audio hardware. Okay, nod to the original MSXL Lo-Fi Dirt app. The essential preset introduces subtle character to input sound. Simple saturation and compression are added to the overall sound, bringing out the unique tones and textures of your source audio. So yeah, it pretty much is just all that, like saturation and compression and the dirt all into just one knob turn. MPC 60 style lo-fi saturation. This preset mode is based on selected characteristics of early sampling workflows using the iconic drum sampler machine. Activating this button invites 12-bit nostalgia, offering a tasteful saturation, light compression, and more rounded high end. 404F, low-pass filtering. This mode adds subtle low-pass filtering to the input signal while applying filtering at 12 dB per octave at 11.6 kilohertz up to 200 hertz. It adds dirt and boosts the signal with minimal gain, contributing small amounts of bitrate reduction. 404V is the vinyl emulation. This mode adds vinyl simulation into the lo-fi dirt mix. Easily introduce vinyl noise to the overall mix and use the wet-dry function to adjust the intensity, bringing subtle warmth, buzz, and crunchy texture elements to your sound. I think I might want to try this on drums, so I'll spend a little more time with it. Built around the iconic drum machine, this mode adds instant character to signal, a beefier variation of the 60 mode. It brings classic 12-bit goodness by default while allowing for amplification of the overall dirt by boosting the low-mid frequencies. 8-bit console emulation. This mode returns the classic sound of a legendary gaming console. 8-bit adds elements of punch and grit to the incoming audio signal, blended with 8-bit artifacts allowing for bold, nostalgic, lo-fi results in your mix. SK5, 8-bit with a twist. Experience extreme lo-fi emulation built off the classic 8-bit sound in this mode, which introduces high-pass filtering and enhanced punch. Moving from dry to wet activates instant dirt with a high-pass filter cutoff at 300 hertz. Special intro price. Okay. So the intro price is what? The $20? It doesn't even say. Yeah, it doesn't say on here. I can't even add it to cart for some reason. But I'll take y'all word for it. $20, I guess, is the intro price, and it'll probably go up to like, what is the usual cost? About $70 for most of these things. So maybe that's what it is. Guess that might be what it is. I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm going to do one last thing. Go ahead and throw it on my drums. Just play with that a little bit. Fly dirt. Is it on there? It's not working. Maybe it's because, let me see my IO. Got my drums going through sub 1. I'm going to have to put it on sub 1 instead. Let me move it from here. Go put on, oops, shit. Sub 1. Pass it. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I think this is something I'd probably use on my drums, maybe more so than on an instrument. Use it subtly though. Yeah, kind of like subtly on there. Some of the stuff is cool, like even the 8-bit, like the saturation gives it a bit more knock. Dirt that is good. I mean, that sounds better than this. Let me see. Compressor's on. I want to delete this. Let's go do something else. Usually just play drums at a grid. Let me just do this. Whoopity. Ew. Fucking gross. Sorry. Yeah. I don't like that. Tune the lows with a knob and the other knob is dry whip. Creative D-Will, what's good? Ghetto Styles, what's up? Beats with the 808 style rumble here and a lot of trap beats today. Yeah, sounds digital to me. It's more like a filter that adds low end. Well, I guess it's a cousin of an EQ that's fun to play around with. It has serious analog thumb to your sound. Thump. Question for the chat again. Karis1 calls you and say he need a beat, but you can only show up with one device. What are you bringing? Remember, just one. You got some good questions, man. Some good hypothetical situations. Pull up something else like, let me see, I haven't pulled up Homage in a minute. I'm about to get off here though, probably. Oh, okay. Wrong P6. Alright, so okay, yeah, I jumped back in. Yeah, my phone overheated. I threw it in the freezer for a second, cool it down. Now I'm back in here. I wasn't sure I was gonna be able to reconnect, but I just reconnected so I can actually correctly finish the stream. So yeah, I appreciate y'all for kicking it, you know, exploring this with me, geeking out and all that. So I'm gonna head out. Appreciate y'all. Y'all bless. Peace.